What is going on, guys? It is another Wednesday night, and you know what that means. We are coming to you live, UPR here, and we are bringing to you another episode of Dynamite Review Show. I am your host, Dan the Man, along with my co-host. He is the incomparable, infamous, can I be frank, Vincent LaSpada. What's going on, my guy?
What's going on?
All right. So I don't know about you, but we just witnessed another killer AEW Dynamite tonight.
I can compare it to Raw, can't you?
I mean, I can absolutely compare it to Raw.
That was a joke. It's a joke.
So was I. No, I mean, in all honesty, there's a major difference from what AEW is trying to do here to what other promotions are trying to do. And tonight, I think it's really hard to match the energy that you had last week and the previous week. But I think tonight was still a step in the right direction. They're really advancing some storylines right now, some much needed consistency. And that's the key here. To me, 2023 in AEW was such a roller coaster of up and down. You had some really great moments and you had some really just crap moments. And this year, in the past, 3 months, it's been very consistent. They're finally starting to build some stories here. They're adding some more shows as far as pay-per-views, and they're not just throwing a whole entire show together at the last minute anymore. And I know that we really shouldn't commend them for that because it's the most basic thing, but it's nice to see them learning from mistakes and changing course a little bit.
Absolutely. I think they're finally getting the hang of not putting crap on, and I think that's what we need. We need we need fresh faces every once in a while. We need to show the AEW fans that there is more wrestlers than just the 10 ones that you keep showing. And I think honestly, I'm going to say this, and I'm probably going to get heat for it, but I think after Sting left, I think everything started going in a different direction because now you don't have Sting and Darby Allin every week.
Right.
You're not every week advertising Sting's last match.
Right.
And that's where they were. They were in a spot where nothing else mattered besides, the Greenboro Coliseum Sting's final match with the Young Bucks.
Right.
And now we're past that. And now I think that we're going towards a direction where we could eventually start seeing, AEW matches every week that, shows that look good.
Right. I mean, I think tonight we legitimately had at least 2 4-star matches. And I
don't tell anybody else in UPR that. Don't say that because these guys aren't going to believe that.
No, but it was. I mean, you had an opening bout that was absolutely fantastic, which we're going to get right into in just a second here. And then you had a main event that was absolutely stellar as well. And I mean, Takeshita, I thought almost killed himself there on the finish. I mean, literally right on his neck. I mean, that was just absolutely insane. And that was on Takeshita there more than it was on Swerve. But we'll get more into that later on in the show. I want to get to some of these comments here. The Ununited States. This is probably the 10th or 11th boring Dynamite in a row. God, they miss MJF really badly. I disagree with you. I mean, I could say tonight had its boring moments, but the past 3 episodes of Dynamite have been stellar. And if you think this is boring, I don't think AEW's for you, my guy.
Well, I mean, they're used to watching the Cody Crybabies and The Rock coming on every week and
absolutely
saying the same shit over and over and over again. So I mean, they're used to crap.
They are. And what's going on, Jeff? How's it going? Oh, let's see. Ha ha ha! Hilarious. This felt like a 2-hour rampage.
Oh my god!
I don't know about all that.
Is this the guy that says he's the biggest AEW fan?
Jeff, the show went by quickly. Absolutely. This was even I was going through it and I'm like, man, this show just seems to kind of just go. And I think that's like a really great aspect of what AEW is doing right now is there's really no downtime. It's kind of just one into the next, one into the next. And it's a model. I mean, even SmackDown is kind of taken on right now is you got to capitalize, you got to go, you have a limited window, whereas you have, Monday nights there's 3 hours, and then you have every other night of the week that's 2. And I think 2 hours is really the sweet spot. If you can find the right groove, a show can go by in a blink of an eye. What's going on, Charmaine? AW and A, I'm impressed, Charmaine, because that is definitely new for you. I can't remember the last time you have given AEW such a high mark.
I mean, I give it a high mark every week. So I mean, she's on par with me.
She definitely is. Katie.
Oh God.
Jeff, you're just giving me bait. No, I love it. I love it. I need more Katie tonight.
What do you call it, Katie? What do you call it, Cactus Katie?
Cactus Katie. Well, Vince, what's your deal with cactuses?
I mean, I would say I'm from Texas, but that's a lie.
Oh, all right.
Who's this? Who's this? The un-United States? What is this? Totally disgusted about.
Totally disagree about staying in Darby Allin. They were mild draws and literally no storylines. I mean, Darby and Sting have had probably the biggest storyline so far this year. I mean, they really pumped up the Young Bucks and that tag match for a good 2 months.
Well, listen, I can agree with one thing on this statement. I can agree that when they first started this Darby and Sting tag team, there really was no direction with it. It was just two guys that one idolized the other. And I think, 3 weeks prior to him retiring, they made him the champions, which, I had a feeling that was going to happen. So I can agree that, I mean, there really was no direction at first. And then, as we got closer to the last match of Sting, the priority was, to let Sting go out on top.
Right. And I mean, and I think that that's kind of tough. I still stand by AEW Revolution this year was the best AEW pay-per-view from top to bottom they've ever had. And I stand by that. That was the best so far show of 2024 on any promotion. Of course, that's my opinion. So take that with a grain of salt. But AEW to me right now, there is a vast difference from 2023 AEW and 2024 AEW. 2024 AEW is going more in the vein of 2019 and 2020 AEW, which is when I think it was some of the best stuff they've been doing was towards the beginning. And then they really kind of hit a lull, I want to say, in 2022, 2023. And I mean, if they can continue here, I think the sky's the limit, and a beautiful thing that's happened with them recently is they don't just have all these indie darlings anymore and these jobbers and nobodies. They actually have some real talent. So I think that's why there's a big difference from, the initial phases to where we are now.
Yeah. And I also think, I love how they start the AEW Dynamites out with these bangers. And I think the first match tonight was just, I think that's what we needed. We needed a boost to start the show. And that's what we got.
Katie, you know what else goes quickly? Oh boy.
That could be very bad for me.
I don't even know if we want to know. I thought the Osprey match is probably the least entertaining match I've seen with him. And
what?
I understand this comment here.
This guy must be a Cody Crybaby.
I understand what he's saying because Will Ospreay has set the bar so high lately and right now that I could understand that this wasn't one of his best matches lately.
It was still entertaining though.
It was great. I still thought it was a 4-star match. But I can understand when Ospreay is used to putting out consistent 5-star type of caliber matches. I don't know that Shibata has the best chemistry with Will Ospreay, and it's no knock on Shibata, I think this is just what we've grown to expect from Will Ospreay.
Is that like ciabatta, like ciabatta bread?
Ciabatta bread, yeah, close enough. This is a family show. What's going on, Charmaine? This is an AEW loyalist.
Who is this guy?
The Ununited States. Jeff, when AEW is on, you can tell. When it's fast paced, you can tell, and when it's a drag, you can really tell. Absolutely, I'm 100% with you.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I also think, not having the Blackpool Combat Club, I think that also plays a lot in this, because you don't see, we're not seeing, I don't know his name's. What's his name? What's Cesaro's name in AEW?
Cesaro, Claudio Castagnoli.
Yeah, and you don't have John Moxley every week doing the same thing. So
right,
you don't have the Kenny Omega, and you don't have right now. And what was really surprising tonight, honestly, and I'm gonna tell you this, I'm very shocked, and I don't understand why. No Rated R Superstar after winning the TNT title. Like you would think that since it took so long to do this, you would at least have him cut a promo or something. Nothing.
Well, are you talking about Okada with the international?
No, I was just saying.
Continental.
No, you didn't. I was saying you didn't see Edge or
well, Adam Copeland seems to kind of be more of a collision. He's kind of almost taken the CM Punk spot. That just kind of seems to be his show right now, and I don't know why that is, but it seems to just kind of be the direction they're going. Don't get me wrong, the matches are as high quality physical battles as it can possibly get. The matches are super entertaining always. They just need two things. Smaller roster, I disagree with you on that one. Consistent storytelling, I agree with that.
Well, let's be honest. I could agree with smaller roster. I mean, it's just like WWE. You have 250 people on the roster, and you only showcase 10 guys. And
that's true.
But even with AEW, there's people that like, where's Daniel Garcia? We haven't seen him. Like there were hitters that I feel like that are actually need to be on, not every week but every other week, just to make sure that they're relevant. And they're not doing that right now. Like they're going a different direction.
Yeah, where's Keith Lee versus Swerve Strickland? Keith Lee has gone through a numerous bout of injuries, and that is why we're not getting Keith Lee right now. Whereas Miro is going through a divorce with his wife. I think that could play a part in why we haven't really seen him. I don't know. I'm just guessing at this point, but I agree. Not having Miro on right now it's very interesting. And I mean, quite honestly, I'm very interested to see what happens now with Miro and CJ, because they both are in the same company. What's going to happen here? I feel they really brought in CJ for Miro. So this is an interesting turn of events. Chemistry is important, Katie. You know it. Yep, no Copeland. Man. 250 roster. Yep, no, you're right. All right, so let's go ahead and let's jump in here to the opening bout.
I thought we already talked about the opening bout.
Well, I mean, really, I want to put a little more. We did, but I really want to put more of an emphasis on Ospreay here, because to me, Ospreay is.
I need to pour myself a drink for this one.
Oh, geez, you might. Ospreay to me he is a Kenny Omega clone.
No smell?
But yeah, he is a Kenny Omega clone in the sense that these two they have every style that they can possibly do. They can do strong style, they can be high pace, they can be cruiserweight, high flying.
Can they be high pitched?
They can do whatever there is. They can do. They can be submission guys, whatever it is, and that is what I love about Will Ospreay, and it's why Will Ospreay does not have bad matches, and it's 100% a fact. Will Ospreay, tell me a bad match Will Ospreay has had.
I can tell you one right now.
Okay.
I can tell you one right now. Will Ospreay and the Big Show.
Yeah, never happened. Cool. Congratulations. We're going to go ahead and Vince, what are you drinking, dude?
This is called the Traveler Whiskey, and this is Chris Stapleton's new liquor.
Chris Stapleton.
Chris Stapleton has a new whiskey out. It's a 90 proof.
All right.
It's very tasty. You should try some. You should,
you don't seem like a Chris Stapleton kind of guy.
Got my little King Kong. I went to go see King Kong last night. Kong versus Godzilla, and I got my little King Kong shot glass. So I saw Kong versus Godzilla. What a load of crap that was.
You're talking nonsense right now. I haven't seen it. I'm interested in seeing it.
Please don't.
You guys think they go easy with Shibata because of the head injuries? His matches haven't been spectacular. They haven't. I really think Ospreay carried Shibata tonight, and
I think Shibata Bread is hanging on for dear life. I really do. I think he's had some mishaps over the last couple months and couple years, and I think he's trying to take it easy. So they're not doing so much crazy stuff with him.
Agreed. He's not a guy that's getting on TV pretty consistently. I'd say, what are we, maybe getting him every other month? I mean, it's, yeah, they got to go easy with this guy. So post match, they're really hyping up this dream bout here with the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson, and Will Ospreay. And I still am going to tell you, I'm so excited for this match and what this match could be. It's not really something that I thought about that I would imagine for Will Ospreay's first real feud, but this could be a really interesting and intriguing story that they could tell, not so much for storylines, but the story they could tell in the ring together.
I think you're right. I think at the end of the day, I think at the end of the day, I think Danielson's he's coming to the end of his career.
Yep.
And I think he's taking what he can get to be relevant.
Right.
And with that being said, we don't even really see Danielson on television cutting promos really much. So, I mean, that has to, we have to speculate that he's just coming to an end. He's taking more, roles as producers. Right.
This is supposed to be his last full-time year.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that.
Yes, this is supposed to be it this year. And then, he's going to go more towards a diminished part-time capacity. And I really think...
I'm surprised he's gone. I'm really surprised. There's four people in general that I think are so surprised at wrestling. Paige, Christian Cade, Edge, and Daniel Bryan. I'm very surprised these guys are still going as strong, knowing they all have had neck injuries.
Yeah. No, it's true. I mean, hey, it's a dangerous sport. And, do me a favor. Name those people again.
You want their real names or their AEW?
No. Give me their character names. Do that one more time.
Well, you got Adam Copeland.
Okay.
You got the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson.
Yep.
Christian Cade.
Yep.
And was it Saraya?
Okay, so what do the four of those performers have in common?
Like their injury, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, just no. What do they have in common? Where did they come from?
Oh, they all came from WWE.
Which is really interesting that these four have such gruesome career-ending type of injuries, and it all happened in WWE, which is supposed to be all about safety and everything. And I'm not saying WWE isn't safe because they've taken a lot of measures to get safer, to ban moves, and so forth. But it's just fascinating that those are some of your major performers, and yet they all have relatively similar injuries coming from the same company.
I also think WWE takes a lot more precautious on their protocols, and that's why you didn't really get Christian Cade doing a lot over there. Like they pretty much let his contract end out. Paige the same way. They brought her in. Well, Fox brought her in for that show, and she never made a return to WWE. Adam Copeland is the only one that had somewhat of a run after his being hurt. And Bryan Danielson, when he got hurt, I mean, he had a small run, but I mean, we knew it wasn't going to be a long one.
Right. No, I mean you're 100% spot on there. But it's been nice to still see what we've gotten out of Danielson at this point. Let's go ahead, and would have been nice to see Deonna Purrazzo tonight. So here's an example. Why didn't they tell the story about both girls having the same tattoo? They brought it up and then never talked about it again. There really wasn't a story. That was the thing. That's what they talked about. It was just a random little spur of the moment thing. I think it was supposed to highlight how close they once were, but there was really no meaning behind the tattoos.
I'll tell you why they haven't. I'll tell you exactly why. Because they're too busy doing shitty ass promos with her, like the one they did tonight. Where who was that guy again? That guy's famous. Oh,
Prince Nana? Oh, sorry.
He's from the movie show.
Who?
The Tony Storm promo that she did with the guy.
Oh, TCM. Yeah, I mean, I thought that was a golden.
Yeah, of course you did. I know you thought that was fire.
I loved it.
Oh yeah. I mean, the best part was when she threw her fucking shoes and walked off. I mean,
why not?
Gosh.
Deonna needs.
Oh my god! I mean, cheers to that one. Yeah, cheers to that one.
What? Oh, here we go. Here goes Vince. You don't understand good character.
That's not good character. It's a ripoff of Goldust. I keep telling you that.
What is Goldust about it?
They're doing the Goldust. They're doing.
She is literally Marilyn Monroe. What is Goldust about Marilyn Monroe?
Yeah, but you're not getting what I'm saying about Goldust. Goldust, Marilyn Monroe, Tony Storm. They all have the same kind of. It's the same kind of thing.
They all wear face paint.
No. They're both doing the whole.
They wear gold.
They're both doing black and white. They're doing the Shattered Dreams. They're doing production.
Well, Shattered Dreams
they're both acting. They're movie stars. Exactly what Goldust did. He acted like a movie star.
Are you on crack cocaine?
No. Have you not remembered the era when Goldust ruled supreme with all his vignettes of him talking about 24 karat gold production and all? You don't remember those? This is exactly what this is. Exactly. No, come on. Listen, Cactus Katie, that's definitely not true. I'm just saying, yes, Goldust was gold. She is white. But what I'm saying to you, it's the same.
Yeah, they're all white. What do you mean?
Oh my God. It's the same style is what I'm trying to tell you. It's the same style.
Oh my God.
And this is not good. This is not good television. Tony Storm, before she turned into this flocking around crack whore.
Flocking crack.
Yeah, this flocking around crack whore.
Oh,
before it was way better than what she's doing now.
Oh, I can't with you right now. I just
listen. If you guys listen, I am in production right now of making Vincent LaSpada t-shirts, and my very first one is flocking around. Flocking around is going to be made. I'm going to have this for the WrestleMania 40 watch party next Saturday and Sunday. So if you're in the Orlando area and you like to be flocking around with me, come to Friendly Confines and get your flocking around t-shirt.
Can you just explain what flocking around is? Give us the Urban Dictionary Vincent LaSpada meaning.
Flocking around?
Yes.
Is that before or after I'm on Cloud 9?
I mean, they could sprinkle gold dust on your face and you'd still be left in the dust.
Flocking around. What I mean by flocking around is it's people that just get on the screen and they're just like Prince Nana. This is flocking around. Okay, it's all flocking around.
You know what? We should be throwing a few bucks for spam in my chat. Get out of here, man. I love it. Give more. Spam my chat. I want more of it. Oh man. Tony Storm better be on the t-shirt flop in her dress.
Stupid. I'm not getting in trouble for that one.
Listen, don't talk crap about Nana.
Oh God, Nana's horrible.
Stop it.
I'm gonna tell you what. Listen, you know what Prince Nana is? Prince Nana is a cheap version of Virgil. That's all he is. He's oh, you know what? When he needs a job, put him with Swerve. Let's flock around.
This is insane. You know, Vince, did you even give us a real version? A real definition?
Yes, I said flocking around is when they take characters and they're doing nothing but dancing on the screen, like Prince Nana. That he's flocking around. He's not doing nothing. He's around the ringside just doing this.
I'm cutting you off. I'm cutting you off.
Go ahead, cut me off. Go ahead.
You look like a drunk hamster over there. I don't even know.
I'll have another sip.
I mean, seriously, get out of here. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna take a quick
back
break.
To you, Dan.
Yeah, we're taking a quick break. We'll see you guys in a minute.
I'd say it's 50-50. The Miz, I don't like the Miz. I mean, I respect the Miz, but I'm not interested in the Miz at all.
Oh, you know what though? As much as people don't respect the Miz, I get it. But here's what you have to respect. Here's what you have to understand about the Miz. Okay, number one, the Miz came from reality TV. Okay, how many people have tried to come in? Let's just say Maven, for instance, come in to the WWE world and make a name of themselves and actually get it to where they become a good wrestler. There's not many. Okay, like I really don't think Logan Paul is a great wrestler. I mean, I think he does a lot of stunts. I think he tries. Bad Bunny's another one. Like these guys, they're just are just there to bring the viewers. People want to see these guys because they're big on YouTube and the internet. But can they really wrestle? I don't think so.
Well, you can probably count them. I can think of 3 that made it big, and the Miz is certainly the biggest of them. The Miz is number 1. John Morrison, whatever his many names are, would be number 2, and Casey Katana Chance.
Wait, where'd John Morrison come from?
Tough Enough. He also came from the show Tough Enough.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
You can't get enough of me. You get me on Monday nights too, baby.
Yeah, the United States wants to know if you have CTE, and I think you might.
CTE, what's that?
You don't know what CTE is?
No, I don't follow that.
It's essentially what happens to your brain after you get hit too many times in the head from you get concussions.
Okay, yeah. Vinny takes a respect it speaks his mind. I do speak my mind. I do.
Oh my god!
Because I'm flocking around.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Something's happening here. Call me out, dude. I'll bury you. Come to Friendly Confines. Wrestling Mania watch party. I love it. Wrestling Mania.
WrestleMania watch party. WrestleMania.
Oh, you're coming. The United States says he's going to be there.
You're going to be there? You're going to be there. Okay. Well, listen. While we're on here, I will be giving away a copy of 2K24. I am going to be doing a King of the Ring 2K tournament. So I will be posting. I will be a sign up sheet starting at between 5 and 5:30. We're going to start the tournament at 6 o'clock, and I'm going to be giving away copies of 2K24. I'll be giving away T-shirts, hats, you name it. I got it. I might even have some special autographs. You're going to have to come and see.
Special autographs? What kind of special autographs?
I might have some autographs up my sleeve, maybe.
Really?
Yeah, I might be giving away some woo and what you gonna do?
Shit. This is getting out of control, guys. We got to rein this back in here. We got to continue getting on about the show. I want to jump in here and I want to talk about the Young Bucks. And a lot of people really gave the Young Bucks a lot of crap for the way that they have kind of portrayed themselves over the past 2 years. And this is this new heel run that they've taken on in this new kind of persona, I think it really fits for them, and it's a really great reboot and a refresh. And I know, and here we go, here we go. I see the stupid look on your face right now, so I know what's going to come out. I know what's going to happen
Can
here.
somebody put up that image of Dan when he's confused? Put up that image real quick for me.
You want it?
Yeah, put it up for me.
I'm always confused when it comes
Go
to
ahead,
the.
put it up.
Look at
That's how I feel right now when you say Young Bucks. That's how I feel.
See, but listen, the United States gets it. He gets it. He understands.
That's fine. You can understand it, but at the end of the day, they went away for a while. Now they're coming back, and they're. I mean, how can you take wrestlers serious when they're wearing tuxedos as their ring gear? You can't.
They're not wearing tuxedos as
Oh
their
my
ring.
God, that's the bottom of a tuxedo. He's wearing one of those.
They're wearing black pants, and that's a tuxedo.
That is not black pants. They're dress pants with a vest. That is. Go back and watch it. It's black slacks and a vest. It is not wrestling pants. And the God's sake, the one guy's wearing freaking church shoes. Come on, man.
He's wearing church shoes. What are church shoes?
Like they were just like regular fucking shoes. They're not even wrestling shoes. It's like over here tap dancing to the fucking Wizard of Oz.
So you wear church shoes on regular occasions?
Well, let's put it this way: if you're going to go out to a nice dinner with somebody, you would wear jeans, a nice shirt, and a pair of loafers or some church shoes.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
And while you're going there, you're going to flock around.
Yeah. Every time I go to LaSpada's, I flock around.
All right? Let's get into it. What's next on the agenda? Young Bucks are now in.
Well, yeah, they sent Sting's old ass pack, and they're really excited and pumped about that. And now they're looking forward to their match tonight against Private Party for the AEW Tag Team Title Tournament.
Can I ask you? Do you think Private Party wrestles the same as they did when they came in? I think they're a little stale right now.
They're completely stale. I don't even care to see Private Party anymore at this point, and that's so sad because I thought they were one of the most promising tag teams in AEW.
Yeah, well, I mean, I love the rope. That was a good angle where they came in with the rope and they got let in. I don't think they're doing as many crazy moves. I just think they're really stale right now.
Yep. There's a lot of stale storylines and a lot of stale characters, and they really have to find some footing. And this Jack Perry example it's a prime example. Jack Perry though is continuing this storyline just in New Japan.
What is it in New Japan?
He's in New Japan right now, and he ripped up his AEW contract. He's like, I'm done with AEW. He's over it. He's a total complete heel there, and he's just kind of crapped all over AEW, and he's making his own way at this point.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you what. I think they really dropped the ball with Jack Perry. I think he could have been, a TNT champion at one point. I also think that he could have had a good run. I just don't think they saw an interest in him, and they kind of floated him around until they had nothing for him.
I think so. I think you're on to something there, my guy. So let's go ahead here and let's go to.
So they're the first person. They're the first team to advance in the tag team tournament.
Yeah. So the Young Bucks end up because that is the next match. Private Party and the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks do beat Private Party, and they advance on to the tag team in the tag team tournament. And we'll find out later tonight because they face the winner of the Undisputed Kingdom and Best Friends. So that will be the semifinal match on the one bracket side to determine the championship match at Dynasty. Which
I'm gonna try to find this bracket because I don't. I want to pull. I'm gonna send it to you so you can put it.
Bring it up. Let's go.
I know, but I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can find it. The Dynasty. Here it is.
the United States, I appreciate you.
Okay. Can you put things up on here if I send it to you?
Go ahead. What do you want to send? Oh,
Keep talking. I'm gonna send it over.
so I just kind of want to dive in a little bit more here. Um, the Young Bucks. I mean, listen. This whole tournament, we've kind of known the Young Bucks are going to be in the final. It almost feels inevitable that they are going to they're going to win this tournament. It's just a matter of who they face. And let's get to the next. Okay, why would you text that to me? Why wouldn't you?
I don't, because I don't know how to put it over here.
Jeez Louise, my friend. All right. Let's
Can you airdrop it to your computer?
Yeah, give me a second here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull up this let's see. Here we go. I'm going to pull up the tournament the bracket so far, and this is really interesting. All right. Let's get the slides in here. My computer. Oh boy. There we go.
Whoa, Prince Nana.
What's going on with Prince Nana now?
No, I can't take this guy serious. He's such a goon.
Why is he a goon?
Because he just, I mean, the man. Listen, the guy comes out with has pants are half down. He's like doing a rodeo, doing this. He's swerving it. I mean, he's just a clown.
Do you like anything?
I don't
Do you
like
anything? Just something.
Yeah, I like tonight's show.
You like tonight's show?
Yeah, I thought it was a step up from last week. You know, last week was kind of stale, and I think this week I'm just kidding.
I'm glad you like something. Here we go. So this is the current bracket we're looking at right now. So the Young Bucks do advance. I don't have an updated one. The Young Bucks do advance over Private Party, and we're getting the Undisputed Kingdom against the Wild Card, which ends up happening to be the Best Friends that did beat the Don Callis family. And over on the right side of the screen, I'm just massively confused because where the hell is Ricky Starks and Big Bill?
I don't even understand why Top Flight's in there. I really don't. Wait, Ricky Starks and Big Bill up top.
Right. Where are they? I haven't seen them on television in like, I don't know, a month. And when is this supposed to happen? When are oh, okay. So oh my gosh. And then FTR is supposed to face either the Infantry or the House of Black. I'm just confused. Somebody have I been missing where Ricky Starks and Big Bill is? I mean, anybody. Are they just magically moving along in a magical tournament here that I haven't seen? This is just ridiculous. I just don't understand. Is Ricky Starks even still on the AEW roster? How is he being advertised? I haven't seen this guy since he took a major L in the tag team title match to put Sting and Darby over. Where is Ricky Starks and Big Bill? My head's hurting right now. Oh geez.
You need a flocking around t-shirt to help you.
Dude, this is flocking. I like how you see the NFL draft alert. I love that. That's anytime I have any alerts on my phone. Oh man. Jeff, I love you as well, my friend. Thank you for your continued support. You know I'm the voice of reason here. You know I have to keep in line the flocking of one Vincent LaSpada.
I'm usually the voice. I'm usually keeping you in line because sometimes you say some crazy ass stuff, and I have to put you back in check, man. You know?
So yes, FTR and Bucks final. I believe that is the direction we're headed. Every time these two guys get in there, man, they really can just totally ball out completely. And I think we're finally going to get the Bucks winning these tag titles here. FTR seems a little stale lately. Them winning the tag titles again, I don't know that that's really something that anybody cares to see at the moment. But this current run right now with the Bucks, how do you not put the belts on these guys? They are absolute money.
I agree with you. It's
Vinny likes to show where Prince is on it. Absolutely. 250 on the roster. I know, man. I know. It's not. It's not. I don't even know if it's 250. I mean, what's on the roster? Legitimately, is it like 100 guys maybe?
250 on the roster.
I mean, it's a lot. It's a crazy roster. I know this. But don't forget, they also have Ring of Honor. They have Rampage, which I will say, it's hard for me to sit through a Rampage. And Collision has gotten so rough at this point that I almost feel it's an extension of Rampage, where Collision a year ago used to be the best show of in my opinion, of any pro wrestling show, at least AEW's best show. And now I don't even care to watch it. I mean, that's how sad, in my opinion, Collision has gotten to. You know, when you're just marching out guys out there for, you know, random main events. I mean, it's, you know, no knock, but when you have the bounty hunter, you know, going up against
198 people.
O'Reilly or whatever. I mean,
you hear me?
What are we doing?
198 people they have.
198 people.
Yep.
Ricky Starks, they need to figure out a way to retain Ricky Starks, and sadly, I believe he is WWE bound at this point.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I think Ricky Starks and I think MJF is out too. Sadly to say, I really do think MJF is WWE bound, and I think everybody thinks he's
Stop
not.
it. Stop it.
I'm really. I mean, bro, why would you? Here's the thing. Why would you stop all her merchandise and stop them off the roster? Just to swerve everybody? Come on. You can't even buy the MJF t-shirt online.
You listen, Vinny, let me go back here, and I don't want to make you look like a fool more than you are. But look at that logo, Vince. Look at the Dynasty logo. That is MJF colors. There is everything going on right now that is letting you believe and telling you MJF will show up at Dynasty. That is his return.
All right.
Knock off this. He's going to WWE. He's not going to WWE right now. He will be in AEW for at least the next 3 years. Maybe 4, maybe 5. But after that, maybe we can talk about a WWE run. But he is not leaving AEW right now. There is still too much money that Tony Khan is throwing at this guy that WWE is probably not going to give MJF. Tony Khan, while he might be a fool to a certain extent and catch a lot of flack, is not dumb enough when he's doling out millions of dollars for Mercedes Moné, for Will Ospreay, and Kazuchika Okada to let his cash cow and MJF go. MJF is the most recognizable name that this company has. He is the one that is going to bring AEW to a different level. It widely shows when you watch weekly and he's missing. You feel that he's missing. Tony Khan is not letting that walk out the door. If WWE says we are going to give you $3 million, Tony Khan should say, I will give you 5. That is what MJF means to this company.
All right, I agree with you. I'll go with that.
I'm just saying.
Let me be frank.
I want you to be frank. Exactly. It's all a work. The day I see MJF on WWE instead of AEW is the day Vinny loves Tony Storm. You are 100% right. Vince cannot stop with his obsession with Rocker Tony Storm. Rocker anybody. This guy wants every single women's performer to have a rocker gimmick.
No. I just don't think the whole timeless Tony Storm is a good look. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Yep, most recognizable name after Sasha, Mercedes, and Bryan Danielson. He has a lot of time to go to make it to WWE. Absolutely. Oh, a young Sean Oliver. Okay. I don't know how to take that, but all right. I appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and we are going to move on.
Flocking around.
Because Vince just is gone completely nuts off the rails.
Vince has been flocking around.
Oh, you have flocked off. You are completely flocked.
It says I flocked off.
You're flocking off right now.
Oh, God. Go ahead.
All right. So, oh, man, I can't wait to get me some Mercedes Moné here. We all know how much we love Mercedes. So, Darby Allin is not going to be climbing Mount Everest anytime soon.
Why,
my guy is over here with a broken foot, and he shut down. I will not be climbing Mount Everest this year.
I wonder what he did. What did he do to break his leg this time?
That was in the Jay White match a couple weeks ago.
Oh, he killed himself with Jay White.
Correct. Well, foot went kaput. So he is now on here pulling a Dwayne Johnson, asking for money and people to donate with Tony Hawk to a skate park, and it's some kind of charitable thing.
Hey, what? Him and Tony Hawk are doing the skating thing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. There's some kind of skate park. They want money. They'll probably get a few goons to donate to it. I mean, honestly, it's not a bad thing to donate to. It's for a skate park for the kids, and keep kids off the street, give them something to do, give them a safe place to ride their wheels, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think it's a great cause. So Timeless Tony Storm is the most underrated gimmick. I 100% am with you on that. This guy Vince does not.
Well, you guys, I'm telling you, you guys really love this. You guys, listen. You guys would eat shit on a stick if Goldust did the same thing.
You and this Goldust, I don't understand.
It's the same freaking concept.
Jeff, Vinny, I'm gonna let you handle this.
I am making it. I'm making the flocking around. I might even give a couple flocking around t-shirts out.
Listen, you better have some flocking t-shirts next weekend.
I'm actually gonna go. I'm gonna go tomorrow and put the order in. What size you wear, Dan?
I'm a large.
Maybe I'll get like 5, 5, and 5. You
should. What kind of colors are you getting? You should get a couple heathers. You should maybe get a couple blacks.
I am doing black and red.
I like red too.
Maybe I'll do black and red. Maybe I'll do black and white like NWO.
Yep. Show some value. I'm with you. What is your value, Vince? What is your value besides giving us the most ridiculously idiotic takes?
If I can bring viewers to the show, if I can bring people in to go, what is he talking about? I've done my job.
So that, like, basically every other word out of your mouth.
Bingo.
Got it. All right. So we're continuing on with with Hook and Jericho. So we have what, Lion Hook?
This is a joke. Now this is a joke. Now this is a fucking joke.
Oh, geez. I don't even understand the purpose of what they're doing here. Somebody really needs to explain to me why they thought putting Chris Jericho and another alliance was the right move. I mean, Vinny, who's Hook? Yeah, that is the face that you're giving right now. Who's Hook?
I mean, I know Hook is Taz's son.
Seal it with, oh man, that might have been a Dan and Vinny moment. That might have been. Jeez. I don't even know what to say about this. Hook is the most awkward person on the mic. He is literally the most awkward performer I have ever seen cut a promo. And that says something because I have seen some really crappy, terrible local professional wrestling. And the fact that Hook looks so, I don't even know the word I'm looking for here, but he just looks like he is a tryhard, and he has everything going good about him. He has a fantastic entrance, way more awkward than Vinny, and his music is great, great look. Just with that microphone, he needs a mouthpiece. And if somehow Jericho could be
Right
his,
here, I'm the mouthpiece.
if they really want to do Jericho as his manager, I think Jericho talking for Hook might elevate him to another level.
Oh, jeez.
Here we go.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand how he cannot.
I don't understand you either.
Oh, jeez.
I don't understand flocking around.
He isn't. He is. He does bring a different level of individuality. I agree with that. He's not your prototypical type of character. um, he's completely different. But the thing is,
Flocking around.
we need someone to be a little more natural on the microphone. I don't need grade A, skills from him, but I need someone that looks like they know how to speak. And it literally, he has this deer in the headlight thing every time the microphone's put near him. And it's no different than what AEW did with Jade Cargill. They put her out there, shot her to the moon, and she had the most clunky in-ring style. And this is why it's taken her so long to debut and really get a push right now in WWE. They don't have a proper developmental system, and they're featuring in prominent roles people who aren't ready. And that is it could be a blessing, it could be a curse. And this is the biggest problem with AEW right now. They need to have something better than what they're doing.
It's always been that way, though.
Yeah, I don't know why Taz does not get involved anymore. Maybe Taz just doesn't. He just wants to sit at the desk and I don't know.
I'm surprised that he hasn't stepped in at all.
Whoa, Jeff, I'm gonna cut you down right there. Hook, Orange Cassidy can cut a promo. Hook cannot cut a promo. These are two different things going on right now. People don't necessarily have to like Orange Cassidy, but Orange Cassidy can still talk. So here, let's see. She's gonna have a role. Jade Cargill will have a role at WrestleMania. She'll have something for WrestleMania. It's really a bit confusing how she had such a fantastic debut at the Rumble, looked absolutely amazing, was protected 100,000%, and then completely fell off and was never to be seen again in the ring. Just little backstage vignettes, and it's such a it just doesn't make sense to me how you have such a physical dominating presence who has been signed for maybe 6 months, 5 months in WWE so far, and she can't figure out how to get in the ring. I don't know if it's an indictment on Jade Cargill or on WWE.
I mean, isn't this the same thing that they're doing? They're doing the same thing with Jay Cargill in WWE. Like it's ridiculous. Why is she not being on TV?
This is something I don't understand. I don't understand why she's not in a match. I don't understand. They're finally hyping her up that she's going to appear on SmackDown. She has decided that she will be a member of the SmackDown brand. But why has this taken so long? Braun Breaker has been on SmackDown for the past few weeks. Why is Jade Cargill taking so long? What are they doing? Do they not have a plan for Jade? And this is the thing that I really confuses me is I know we're going off topic here, and I just want to touch on one more thing before we continue on with tonight's Dynamite. Jade to me had every single thing that you would ever want from a professional wrestler. But for some reason, I don't know if it's an attitude or if it's the inability to grasp the craft. She is missing something because she has everything from a physical standpoint. But when it comes to in ring, she's not trusted. And I don't understand why you would hype somebody up for so long and to the level she's been hyped to not have her ready. It's very confusing.
Well, it just. I mean, what's really confusing to me is the fact that they put in the Royal Rumble. You know, she was like bottom of the fourth, bottom of the fifth people that got eliminated, and she looked amazing in the ring. And then that's it. You don't see her. You haven't seen her since fucking Mania.
No, you haven't. I mean,
Which
she's
is
been in, like I
crazy.
said, little vignettes backstage, and she's looked interesting. And they haven't. They're really protecting her hard. But why even have her in the Rumble if you're not going to give her any in-ring action? That is my beef. All right, let's go ahead. Let's move on. She's going to adjust. I'm not. No, no one should give up on her. No one should. But I just don't know if she's just truly that green. And if she still looked like a monster in AEW, AEW did her nothing but justice. Let's see. Yep, there is no development on AEW. No, there is absolutely zero development on 8, and that I believe is what they're trying to do with Ring of Honor. Is they're trying to make it somewhat of a developmental. I could be wrong. I might be, but
I think you are. I think you are, Jeff.
uh,
Dan.
she does get a big pop. Absolutely, she does.
Does she
Her
flock around though?
look is a 15 out of 10. It's hard to disagree with you. I 100% am with you. She has every intangible except the in-ring skills, and it is the most frustrating thing. This is the Jade Cargill right now is turning into the equivalent of, and I'm going to put this in baseball terminology, of what Jazz Chisholm Jr. is. Jazz Chisholm Jr. has every tangible.
Who?
The center fielder for the Marlins, consistently on a constant basis hurt, cannot perform, not on the field. Ken Griffey Jr. level of I have every tangible, but I cannot stay on the field. I cannot get there. I cannot do the job. And that's the frustrating nature of this right now. So let's move on. Anna Jay, against Chris Statlander, against Sky Blue, against Willow Nightingale for the number one contender for the TBS Championship, with one of the brand new acquisitions, the CEO of AEW, Mercedes Moné. Vince, I'm going to go ahead and let you take a lead on this one.
Well, the CEO comes out wearing. She has the most god awful outfits I can ever imagine people wearing. She comes flocking out with the CEO, and it's even weirder because she's still doing the stuff that the boss is doing, and it doesn't even match up. Like it just doesn't make any sense. She walks down the ring to do commentary, and she's watching was it a triple threat match or was it a tag team match?
This was a fatal four-way.
So you got Will Nightingale, you got Chris Statlander, you got oh, hold on, relax, just chill out.
Are you telling yourself to chill out, or are you telling who are you snapping at? I'm very confused at what is happening right now.
Will Nightingale, Chris Statlander. God, oh my God! I just watched this match. Why can't I put the people in the match? Go ahead, tell me the other two.
I'm very confused as to what you're trying to say.
Who's in the match? Who's in the match? Come on. For the four-way. You got Will Nightingale. You got Chris Statlander.
Willow Nightingale, Chris
Yes.
Statlander, Anna Jay, and Sky Blue.
Okay. And this and I, you know what? I don't anything that Mercedes Moné says. I can't take her serious. Like,
yep.
I don't. Theme this review a flocking. I can't take her serious. Like, she doesn't say anything smart, you know. And then at the end of the whole match, like,
who doesn't say anything smart?
Like Mercedes Moné, she's not saying anything smart. Like, she's just like, honestly, I'm going to tell you this right now. I think this is. I know everybody thinks this is like I know that's your face. Everybody thinks this is a smart move by Tony Khan, but for me, I think this is a waste of time. I mean, you know, everybody's wait. Listen, it took. Listen, I understand the woman was okay. Hear me out real quick. I understand the woman was hurt, but at the end of the day, you're telling me you couldn't wait.
You have any head drama?
Shut up. But at the end of let's be frank. Come on, let's be frank. At the end of the day, you don't think they could have brought her in a lot sooner to cut promos? Like that to me, that hurts my brain. You know, you go almost a whole entire year knowing you're going to sign Mercedes Moné. Okay, then you wait for this big business in Boston at the Garden, and then you bring her in, and she doesn't even get a fucking pop. Like, she gets a
what do you mean
semi-pop.
she get a pop? She got one of the biggest pops. What do you mean?
Biggest pop my fucking ass, bro. Go back and watch CM Punk's. Go back and watch Adam Cole.
Wow, we're gonna compare everything.
Bigger.
We're gonna compare every single pop to the United Center for a man that wasn't in pro wrestling for almost 10 years. We're gonna compare one thing.
Dude, I think for the wait that we waited for, I don't think she got the pop that she deserved. I don't. I'm sorry. I watched it. I just don't. And
he was at big business. He was at big business. Come on, give it to him.
Who?
The un-United States. Pop was huge.
Now, listen, you can say huge all you want. It was not as big as Adam Copeland. I'm telling you right now, it's not as big. Go back and watch
Adam Copeland. Wait, whoa. You literally just said CM Punk. Now you're saying Adam Copeland.
I said CM Punk or Adam Copeland is what I said.
Yeah, she's not Phil Brooks. She hasn't
it doesn't
been
matter.
Wrestling.
It doesn't matter
for 7-8 years. I don't understand what you're not getting.
What I'm not getting is what I keep telling you. What I'm not getting is the fact that she was hurt. She could have been brought in like Phil Brooks is right now with WrestleMania around the corner. What does he have on his hand? He has this fucking mechanism where he can't use his hand. Okay, they're still using him as a promo, as commentary. They're still letting him do his thing. So you're telling me we waited a whole entire year, okay? A whole entire year for this bimbo to come on the freaking television.
Why is she a bimbo?
Because, bro, at the end of the day, listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. She was a moron for leaving WWE, okay? Because she was a Cody crybaby. She was a Cody crybaby, and what did she do? Her and Naomi took their ball and ran down the fucking sidelines with it because they didn't like the way they were being used. Okay, now she's in AEW. Okay, she's probably going to be the biggest thing in AEW because there's nothing else bigger besides the Dr. DMD. Willow Nightingale is getting a huge push. I mean, a bigger push than anybody right now in AEW. I think she deserves it. I think she proves day in and day out that she's in the women division and she's taking control. I said my piece.
Yep, this guy is hilarious. I am 100% with you.
Shut up.
What a take. What a take, Vince. I don't know what we'd do without.
You're a total dick. You know that?
Wow. Man, that was some great staggering stuff right there.
You're flocking around.
So Listen, this match, it was fine. I think the main problem we're having here is, yes, where is Britt Baker? This is a major question mark at this point, and I think we're going to get Britt Baker soon. Britt Baker, they've had some interviews. She's going to pop up soon.
Are you sure?
There's a huge money feud here to be had with Britt Baker and Mercedes Moné, and we're going to get it. It's just a matter of time. I don't exactly know what's going on with Britt Baker. I don't know if there's an underlying injury or what, but she's due to be back on television here. I'm hoping it's sooner than later. The AEW women's division is really starting to finally take a turn for the much, much better. And it's going to get, things are looking up. Finally, it's taken, almost 5 years for them to finally build a women's division. I don't know what's taken so long here, but Willow Nightingale, she can go. I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest Willow Nightingale fan, but she does have a pretty good following. She gets a good pop. Sky Blue to me is one of the futures of this company. Chris Statlander seems to have lost a little bit of momentum, but I'm glad that they're kind of shifting her character, and she's getting a little bit of a reboot here with Stokely and Anna Jay. I really love Anna Jay,
I
but
knew
she
you were going to say that.
still looks a little clunky in the ring, in my opinion.
I knew you were going to say that.
What's not to like about Anna Jay? She's drop dead gorgeous. She's absolutely. I mean, what do you not like about Anna Jay? I mean, she has a good look to her. She can still cut a promo, and it's better than Hook.
Well, I mean, Hook is just horrible.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you do. You just don't want to say it.
Maybe we will. Maybe we won't.
The
AEW women's division is starting to take a major turn. Sky Blue is it. Listen, we need more Sky Blue. Sky Blue might literally be the one character AEW has been fully able to develop, and at least in the women's division. And I am majorly impressed at how fast they've been able to develop her. She does waddle around, and yep, she is in she's in unreal shape. That is correct. Yep. Anna Jay is fantastic. I need more Anna Jay in my life. She does move a little weird. That 180 twist destroyer. Yeah, she can do some crazy moves. She's not a bad performer at all. I'm just not the biggest Willow fan. And that's just a me thing. Over time, maybe in a little bit, as she gets a little better on the mic, as she gets a little more feuds under her belt and actually some more serious feuds, I'll start to buy more into her character. But I'm just not a fan of the happy-go-lucky type, and she has this Bailey-ish kind of character, and not a fan. I just need a little more from her.
What? So she's trying the hardest she is in the ring, and you need more from her.
Yep.
Okay.
No. Sky.
You know what? I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna switch it on you. Okay.
Fantastic Canadian destroyer.
I'm gonna switch it on you. I need more out of Toni Storm. I need more. I need something more for her to sell me on this timeless Toni Storm bullshit. Because she's not selling me on these stupid vignettes and this horrible British accent. I mean, nothing. She's not selling me. I mean, honestly, I don't understand what you see in this girl. Like it's not good. It's not. It's not good.
What is not good right now about Toni Storm?
It's just not good. Like it's not. It's not.
What is
good.
it good though? Tell me what's not good.
Because her promos are just not good. Like I just don't understand what's going on. Like
literally, her whole entire character is based on promos right now, and it is the one consistent good thing about Toni Storm. What are you not getting?
It just doesn't make sense to me. Like what is? I don't understand. I just don't understand the angle. What?
Nope. I'm just going. Go ahead. Mariah May is the Toni.
Yeah, because I honestly think. But here's the thing: you're not getting a real wrestling match with Toni Storm.
Oh God!
You're not getting a true wrestling match. She's not giving her full potential. She's giving you this let me fall off the ring and catch me segments. She's just not.
Oh boy, Vince, I
know.
I struggle with you.
I know. I do. I struggle with myself.
I know. So Willow does end up picking up the W. She is the new #1 contender and will face Julia Hart for the TBS championship. When is this going to happen? I don't know. Is it going to be Dynasty? Did they say?
Yes, Dynasty. Yes,
Dynasty. Okay. So Julia Hart post-match does attack Willow from behind with the belt. Mercedes gets up to confront her, and Julia makes her exit. Mercedes still has her sights set on Willow at this point. So that looks like potentially a match we're going to be getting here relatively soon. And I like that AEW is focused on more than just one feud right now. You can have multiple things going on at once. And I think that is a really important aspect that wrestling has been missing for the past, couple years. And I'm glad that they're definitely trying something different.
I'll give you that.
Absolutely. We're getting some long-term storytelling right now. I love how Julia enters the ring. Reminds me of Undertaker all the time.
Oh God.
I'm not going to go that far, but okay.
Let's steal some of these fucking gimmick. You know what's funny? You know what's really funny? If you go and watch some of the people right now that's trying to steal the Undertaker gimmick. Right now, Matt Cardona is trying to steal the Undertaker's gimmick. Rhea Ripley's trying to steal the Undertaker gimmick. The Judgment Day. It's like, did they have no other way to go but steal somebody's gimmick? Like, how do you steal a guy that's done this for 40 years? I mean, it's horrible what they're doing.
No, but see, here's the thing: you're always going to get a little bit of people that are repetitive and they're picking off gimmicks and they're modeling themselves after a gimmick. It's always going to happen. Imitation is the ultimate form of flattery, and in pro wrestling, we're going to continue to get a lot of imitating. That we see a lot of repetitive storylines. If you look at some of these storylines now and you go back 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you can find a lot of similarities.
I agree.
It's just something that is going to continue. But you have to make the most originality out of what it is that's presented to you. And those that can make compelling stories while bringing their own form of originality, while taking a little bit of the imitation that can help to bring in a little bit of the fan base, are the ones that are going to flourish. So, all right, now we're there. We're going to move on to.
You don't even know where we're at, do you?
I do. Dustin Rhodes is doing an interview. He talks about how he is 55, still passionate, wants to get to work, and the Butcher comes up looking for a fight, and they challenges him to a match at Rampage. So we're going to get the natural Dustin Rhodes against the Butcher at Rampage on Friday night.
Why are they not using Dustin? Why are they putting him on the back burner like he's a piece of shit? That's what I don't understand. You have this guy that's such a classic wrestler, and now he's on the back burner. Like, I just don't understand why they do that to fucking people that are been in the business and paved the way. Like, they're just
5, bro.
who gives a fuck? Edge is 50. I mean, who else? There's another guy at 60. Ric Flair just wrestled his last match at 73. I mean, come on, bro.
I don't know what you want Dustin to do at this point in his career.
I mean, I want him to wrestle matches. I mean, I'm not trying to give him a fucking title, but I mean, for God's sakes, let the man fucking do his thing.
Rhodes is 55. The Viagra division sponsored by LaSpada as well. Your girl Katie, man, she's coming up with some stuff, and 100%. Hulk Hogan ripped off Billy Graham's gimmick, and just he was better at it, and he ran further with it. So we get a fantastic Tony Storm segment with Ben Mankiewicz for Turner Classic Movies. I need more of Tony Storm segments like this. We're gonna go towards the. Oh man, we're almost to the main event here. We have the Best Friends against the Kingdom. So we did talk about this a little earlier. The Best Friends did advance. They did beat the Kingdom, and they will be moving on to face the Young Bucks. It's such an interesting turn of events here that's going on with the Kingdom, because they have been presented so strong, yet look so weak too. Why the Best Friends would go over on the Kingdom?
Because they suck, bro.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Does it ever? I mean, this is. I feel like this is a dead group. Like they have done nothing to make this group anything worthwhile to watch, and they continue making it trash.
I don't understand what they're doing with it.
You're not going to. You're not.
It does feel like you said. It feels like a dead group. It feels like a wasted storyline, and until we get MJF back, I don't think the Undisputed Kingdom is going to be that good. I'm going to give the Undisputed Kingdom a chance when MJF comes back, because I feel like there's some meat on the bones, a lot of meat on the bones still with that story, but we're just not getting anything right now because it's very lackluster. So the Young Bucks do come out. They continue their heelish gimmick with they've now taken the Cody Vader and making it the Elite Vader. They enter through the Vader, come up, intimidate and talk a little smack, and go back and leave down through the Vader. I really liked the touch on that segment. I will say that was one of my favorite, just little snips of the night. Something a little interesting and different. Can't remember the last time I've seen something like that happen. Yeah, the Kingdom has fallen. So we do get Kyle O'Reilly backstage with Renee Paquette. He says it felt good. Ripped the Band-Aid off, coming back. It was nice for him to beat Brian Keith, and Renee Paquette brings up the Undisputed Kingdom. Kyle O'Reilly has nothing but love for the guys, but he still wants to go off and do his own thing. So they're still kind of towing the line of Kyle O'Reilly being a total babyface, yet still being really tight and cool with the heels. This is an interesting thing to do. I guess they're really kind of leaving their options open for what Kyle could be doing.
Again, I honestly think this is dead too. I mean, you're trying to bring Kyle O'Reilly into a relevant picture, and even, I mean, I know, isn't Roderick Strong still a champion now?
Yes.
Even Roderick Strong, like, I just like okay, like when we watched Roderick Strong back in NXT, like he could go, like he was I mean 100% a star in NXT. Now that he's put on the AEW roster, I just don't think he wrestles like that anymore, and I don't see Kyle O'Reilly like that either. I think these guys, it's like a done deal. Like these guys are just they're like they're getting put in shit groups and they're not happy with it.
It's feeling a certain way, but I think these guys want to be in this group. I don't know that Wardlow wants to be in the group, but I do feel that the Undisputed Kingdom, the other guys, do want to be in the group. They're all legitimately friends, but it just feels so blah at this point. Like it's just not going anywhere, and I just can't imagine where you take it at this point. And but I do believe that Taven and Bennett are still the Ring of Honor champions, tag champions, right? I mean, am I right on that?
I don't remember. Maybe it could
I'll
be.
be
I just don't
honest.
remember.
I don't really watch a whole lot of Ring of Honor, so we'll go ahead and move on. We get a little commercial vignette about Adam Copeland bringing back the Cope Open Challenge for the TNT Championship. I know a lot of people give these open challenges a lot of flack, and I can understand why, because you don't want to devalue the title and just make it and cheapen it. But also at the same time, Adam Copeland is not going to be a long-term champion. He's going to be somewhat of a transitional champion.
Are you ready for this?
Sure.
Take a look at this. Tell me what you think. This could be the next flocking around.
I love it. I
What do you
love it.
think?
No,
You like it?
It's pretty good. I like it. I think you maybe need to get rid of
The one on the patch? The patch on the side?
No, the patch is fine. I think it's the outline.
Oh, you don't like the white?
No, it looks very awkward and wonky.
Well, here's the thing. I want that. So that outline of her is I made that. Like I took the picture and I did it that way. So I want that to pop. So should I do it in like red maybe?
I just don't like the outline, but that's my opinion.
But if I didn't do the outline and it went on a black shirt, you wouldn't see it. Like you wouldn't see it at all.
No, I'm talking about the outline around Tony Storm.
That's what I'm saying. The way that I did it, I cut it a certain way.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that after. But yeah, I just want to get back really quick. We're almost through the show here. The Cope Open is very similar to the John Cena, United States Open Challenge. They are doing this to put over young talent, and that is the goal for guys like Adam Copeland, for John Cena, for when you are that seasoned veteran who has been there and is over the hill but still has some left in the tank. So I'm welcoming more, bringing back the Cope Open Challenge. I think it'll definitely be an added interesting element, and it could put over quite a few guys. And and hey, maybe somewhere in one of these open challenges we could get a brand new champion. So I'm interested to see where this goes. Any thoughts on the Cope Open?
I guess my thought would be, why would you want to see the Cope Open if it really was to make it to where? So I feel like the reason why he did the Cope Open was for him to gain acknowledged so that they could put him in a match against Christian Cage. Because remember, Christian Cage said you're at the bottom of the barrel, so they had to do something. So he made this Cope Open where he kept, facing people regardless if it was good or not.
Yep.
So I mean, but we've seen this before though. Who did this with the title? And they let people just come and wrestle them for the belt. Who did that recently? Who did that? It was WWE. It wasn't NXT.
Well, the only person I can think of is John Cena.
For the United States?
Yeah.
You could be right.
That's what I was saying. The John Cena.
You could be on something. You could be on to something.
I mean, like I said, imitation is the most fitting form of the most flattering thing, ultimate form of flattery right there. So I mean, I believe this is what they're doing. It's almost a mirror thing. Same type of championship being defended the same way by the same type of champion.
True. I mean, I wouldn't think it was it would be good, but that's just my opinion. I wouldn't run with
it. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and let's move on to the main event tonight. This to me was an absolute show stealer. This was the number one contendership for the AEW Championship. The winner gets to fight Samoa Joe at Dynasty. It was Swerve Strickland against how do you pronounce it?
Don't even ask me, bro.
It is Konosuke Takeshita.
Yeah, you're right.
Konosuke Takeshita. So this was absolutely fantastic. I loved this match. It was it's really interesting to see that guys that are bigger and that are heavyweights and that they can kind of go. I mean, and kind of move around the way that these two can go. And Takeshita really has kind of come into his own, and he's been with the company I think almost about a year at this point, and he's really becoming a much more crucial, integral part of the company, at least on a weekly basis, and he's becoming very believable. And I will say, for guys like Okada and Takeshita who can't really speak English, for them to be able to tell a story in the ring the way that they're able to tell a story, it's absolutely fantastic. And this is what's needed in pro wrestling, when guys can't really communicate and do promos to get over with the crowd. You need to be able to tell a story in the ring. You need to be able to tell a great story in the ring. And this is where I feel that AEW really excels, is they give a little bit more creative freedom for their talent to do things in the ring, as opposed to some other companies that don't exactly give that kind of freedom. And I think that's where you can have some hiccups with guys like Andrade El Idolo, who for whatever reason has all the talent in the world, but can't really seem to totally figure it out and connect with the audience to that extent, and go to the next level. And this is multiple times now, and maybe Andrade is one of those guys that maybe is better off in a New Japan or going back over to Mexico. I don't know what the answer is, but his AEW run felt a little flat to me. Despite being able to have great performances, and his current WWE run feels a little flat to me. I mean, I don't know what more you could do with a guy like Andrade. And but I think that's where AEW excels, is Okada and Takeshita have the ability to tell a story in a way that not a lot of people that can't convey through words.
I mean, let's just face it. When Nakamura came in, his English was horrible.
He's way better than all of them at this point.
Yeah, over time he's gotten better. So I think it's. I also think what I also think too is I think some of these guys say to themselves, and I might be wrong about this, but the way I look at it is that if they feel like they're being used and idolized in the right way, then I think they're going to try a little harder. But I think if they don't feel like they're being used in the way that they should be,
yep.
Why try your hardest?
I get what you're saying. I get it. I listen. This is just where I feel right now that AEW is just really excelling is when you're given an opportunity, it's not necessarily just a limited opportunity. You have the ability to go out there and really put on a show. And when you can put on that show, and it's not just 100% choreographed to a T, I think you can really do some great things. And, right now, Swerve Strickland is probably the hottest performer in AEW right now. I mean, I could even argue he's top 5 in all of pro wrestling right now. The amount of support he has. This man was a bona fide heel that became a babyface just because of his ability to connect with the crowd. And he is genuinely one talent, I can say, that left WWE and shot to the moon when he went to AEW. I mean, completely shot to the moon. Same thing with John Moxley, and so forth. Is Swerve has been able to do something that is almost unprecedented.
I agree. I do. I agree.
And I think so many people at this point want to see Swerve Strickland beat Samoa Joe. They want to see him as the next world champion. They want to see Swerve Strickland as the first ever African American AEW world champion. And it's a distinct possibility. This could happen. This could be the first African American world champion in AEW. And what a feat that would be to leave WWE and go on to AEW and become the face of the company. I'm really pulling for Swerve here. I think there's such an incredible story to tell. The guy has absolute money in the ring, and he can cut a killer promo. And I'm liking the Prince Nana pairing. I know you're not the biggest fan of the whole dance, and but I love it. Samoa Joe can definitely cut a promo, and this I'm very excited to see where this can go. And after the match is over, and Swerve picks up the win on the JML driver, after what it was a couple of Swerve stomps right there, and Takeshita about almost broke his neck there at the end when he was trying.
I mean, he has to. These guys don't realize. I mean, these guys. Here's the thing: when you're in the heat of the moment, and these guys are like doing all these crazy moves, they're not. They're not thinking this could be an ending career move.
Right.
That they're not thinking that.
Right. No, and it's something that you need to. They need to really be careful, and maybe I don't want to say ban moves, but when you're gonna flip around like that, and you're a 6'2" kind of guy, and you only have, let's say, 5 feet to maybe flip, and you're not the most agile guy, maybe rethink some of these things.
I agree with you.
Yeah, Swerve is going to have to. Him doing a JML on Samoa Joe is going to be a challenge. I don't even think that's going to be a thing. So, after the match is over, Renee Paquette's backstage with Samoa Joe. He's baffled at why Swerve is celebrating when he just won one of the biggest fades of his life moments. And next week, there's going to be a contract signing. And he's going to make Swerve understand what exactly he just won. And that concludes the show. And I mean, listen, tonight's show, I'm going to give it a Man, it's so hard for me to say because I think the show really flowed well. I don't think it was as good as the past 2 weeks have been, but I really enjoyed tonight, and we'll go ahead and we'll give it an A.
Are you ready?
Let's go ahead.
All right. So let me be frank. I think the show flowed really well tonight. I think bringing back the gimmick with Mankind and the mask, I thought that was genius. And to me, you know, Mick Foley has gone through a lot of these characters with Dude Love, Cactus Jack, you know, Mankind, and I think the APA tonight, I think they really killed it on promos. I think these guys, you know, playing poker with Ric Flair and the Undertaker backstage, I thought that was fantastic. And I mean, you know, John Moxley and the Big Show, that was the banger of the night. That was the banger. I'm gonna have to give this show. I'm gonna have to give it a B minus.
Okay, B minus. So, all right. So we're gonna do a really quick commercial break here. I have to collect my thoughts here before we come back with final thoughts, and we're gonna see you guys in just a minute.
We got Mercedes for the second week, and does she feel any more of a CEO to you? What is she the CEO of, Chris?
She's a woman that's entitled to make her own decisions. That's why she's the CEO.
Okay, she's empowered. What is she the CEO of, though?
Her life.
Well, I would hope so. Everybody's a boss of their own life. But what is she running? What is she running? A brothel? A faction? What is she running?
CEO.
Are you in an earthquake? Why is your camera shaking when you do that? Why can't anyone answer me that question? What is she the CEO of?
The song answered the question for you.
You can't even answer me straight. Like at least, you know what I know about her? She runs a business. So she's the CEO. I get that.
So she's the CEO.
She's the CEO of cannabis. Okay, great. What is she the CEO of AEW?
CEO.
I didn't know Florida so many earthquakes back to back.
Wow.
Oh,
that is the CEO. So I do want to kind of get in here to final thoughts, and let's go ahead and talk about the upcoming AEW Dynasty pay-per-view. This is going to be their 6th pay-per-view that they have added to the calendar year. I think this is a good move to add another show. I'm curious to know if there will be a 7th and an 8th. If you know you have 6, that is basically comes out to be one every 2 months, and I think that's a good barometer for a pay-per-view, as opposed to where they almost had quarterly before. It was the 4, you know, and then they added on Forbidden Door, and you put an All In. Actually, no, this is going to be 7 they're going to have, at least, because we're getting. We have Revolution, we have Dynasty, we have Double or Nothing, Forbidden Door, All In, All Out, and Full Gear.
I think there's too many. I really do.
You think there's too many?
I think there's way too many. That's why I think WWE. I think WWE did smart, and I think they're only doing what.
Okay. Well, WWE. What do you mean they're only doing one? WWE is a million.
No, yeah, but they stopped. I don't think they're doing as many as they used to do.
I'm pretty sure they're doing at least 12, 13 a year.
2014 pay-per-view calendar.
They're doing a lot more overseas.
Okay, so we got Elimination. We got Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania, Backlash in France, which is crazy. I love how they're. Oh yeah. So I was right. So they have Royal Rumble.
Okay.
They have Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Backlash.
Yep.
Money in the Bank.
Yep.
And Bash in the Berlin. That's it. 6.
No way.
Oh, sorry. 7. SummerSlam.
Stop it. Hold on.
From what this says, man, there's only 7 pay-per-views. Because you can't count NXT.
Okay, so we're doing Rumble, Elimination Chamber,
Yep.
WrestleMania, Backlash, Money in the Bank,
Yep.
SummerSlam,
That's
Bash
it.
in Berlin.
Yeah, but you can't. I don't know if you can really count Bash in Berlin because they keep switching it from like Bash in Berlin to what was the one? What was the one they were doing overseas in Saudi Arabia? What was that one?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we might end up still seeing that too. That's added in the crown jewel or whatever. So
Did they do Crown Jewel last year?
I believe so. I think they did 2 shows in Saudi Arabia.
I can't keep up with this. I don't understand why we're going overseas for pay per views. I really don't.
Yeah, worse. They don't have Survivor Series listed right either. So I
Oh
think
no,
that's the thing. They don't have their full lineup really listed as of the moment. They only pretty much are going through the summer,
right.
which I mean kind of makes a little bit of sense. But have it laid out. But anyways, I'm liking that they're expanding. What I want to see more is they're starting to get some pretty decent attendance, some ticket sales. They need to really focus on going to smaller arenas and loading those up with a few thousand versus going to these big giant arenas that house professional sports teams where you're only filling up 25% of it. I think it's a bad look. You don't want these internet trolls out here taking pictures and saying, "Oh, look at this. They're not selling any seats." I mean, look, I don't care who sells the seat or not. What I care about is the product you get that where you're giving me and the quality of it. And I don't make any money off of this. I don't make any money off of AEW selling tickets. I don't make any money off WWE selling tickets. We should not care as pro wrestling fans who is selling what and what tickets you are given or put out there or sellouts. What matters is what you're getting. Vince, turn off your PlayStation for a minute.
Who's playing PlayStation?
I hear your PlayStation.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Go
Okay,
ahead.
as you're closing it up and putting the game away, and yeah, okay, putting it out. Okay, all right.
I'm listening to what you're saying.
So this is the main thing. Enjoy pro wrestling, like what you're seeing, or don't like it, but don't crap all over someone else and their enjoyment.
Is that what I do? Because I feel like that's what I do.
Oh, you 100% do it.
I step on everybody's Oreo cookies.
You love to step on Oreo cookies, and you like to steal the milk.
Yep, I sure do. I'm like a cookie monster.
So on that note, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a cheap little plug, and we're going to thank you for watching Unpopular Review and myself, Dan the Man, and Vincent LaSpada's AEW Dynamite review show here every Wednesday. We really love and support. We love the support that you guys give us. We love what you're giving us. We love that you continue to come and watch us and listen to these two buffoons rant on about absolutely nothing and about everything going on in pro wrestling all at the same time. And I also want to give a shout out to the numerous other shows on the Unpopular Review Network. We have on Mondays at 6, the Mike Knox Show. On Monday nights, we have the Raw Review Show immediately preceding Monday Night Raw. The NXT Review Show preceding NXT on Tuesdays. The AEW Dynamite Review Show, which you are watching here, preceding every Wednesday night. It's Dynamite. And then Friday Night SmackDown Review every Saturday at noon. The AEW Collision Review preceding on Saturdays.
You're missing one.
Yes, we also are missing the TNA review show as well. So we have a plethora of content for all of you out there. Please give it all a look. Support our team. Support the other on-air talent. We absolutely love everything that you guys do. Please like, subscribe, share with your friends. We are on YouTube Unpopular Review, Facebook Unpopular Review, Instagram unpopular.review. We are on also our Unpopular Review Entertainment. If you do like movies on YouTube, we are Unpopular Review on X and Unpopular Review on Twitch. So give us a follow, give us a like, give us a share, give us a shout out. We love all of you and everything that you do. Please come back, enjoy us. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff, we love you. This is why you are the fan of the year for 2 years in a row now. Vince, keep working on those shirts. I think you can make a few bucks on that, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, if you're going to be in the Orlando area for next week's festivities of WrestleMania 40, come check out the biggest party in Orlando as Vincent LaSpada hosts the WrestleMania 40 watch party at the Friendly Confines in Lake Mary off of 46A. If you need any more information, go to my Facebook page, Vincent LaSpada on Facebook, or go to Friendly Confines on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Look them up on Google. But I will be giving away T-shirts. I will be doing a 2K24 challenge tournament, King of the Ring style elimination for a copy of the 2K24 and the 2K24 trophy. So if you're in the area, come by, come hang out with Dan the Man, me, Cactus Katie will be there.
Whoa, boy.
Yeah.
We're going to get Cactus Katie on here one of these days.
I don't know if we can do that, man.
Yeah.
I might. She might make me look like a fool.
That's why we're going to get her on. We're
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
All right. On that note, thank you. Be safe. It is almost. I will see you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching another edition of Unpopular Reviews, AEW Dynamite Review. We will see you next week. Good night.